And welcome back. Here we are at Speeds, right here in the Bullhead area Chamber parking lot. And they're here every year. And I make this my first stop. You should make it yours. Got Jason with us. Good morning, Jason.
Good to see you again this year,
Good seeing
Bruce.
you. You've been running hard this year.
Yeah, we have. We just came from Daytona Bike Week, actually.
My gosh.
Across the United States. We started out there, and that's about 2,300 miles for us.
Yeah?
And we did Arizona Bike Week here 2 weeks ago. And we do Laughlin all this week. And we kind of come out here to cover our West Coast clientele.
Sure.
And all of our West Coast folks out here. And then from here we head all the way back to the Atlantic Ocean in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, which is about 2,600 miles. So.
And then you're going right back up to Sturgis.
Yeah, well, in between there and Sturgis,
Oh, no.
we go all the way up to the northeast corner of Laconia, New Hampshire.
Oh my gosh.
And then we kind of cover the middle part of the United States, Sturgis, and finish out the rest of the year at Galveston. We kind of cover about really 80% of the continental United States for
Holy
our customers
criminy.
from coast to coast.
That's
16
amazing.
years on the road. This is our 16th year. So.
Congratulations.
Yep, my father started all this actually
Yeah.
16 years ago and recently passed away, but we've taken over for him, and you know, God bless his soul. But
Putting some blisters on your butt.
yeah,
You're getting from point A to point B for darn sure. Well, now the reason I stop down here is every year, you know, if you put any miles on your bike at all, things do change on it. Everything changes a little bit, and it's not going to run the same as it did a year ago. Engine's going to be a little looser. Things are going to be out of adjustment just a little bit. You want it to run the best it can. You want to find out about any problems, and you certainly want the best throttle response you can get, the best torque you can find in it, and that's why I bring it here. I get ready for my annual run with my buddies every year, and that's why I bring it down here. Today we're going to wind up doing the dyno on it, but before we do that, we're putting some new plugs in, some iridium plugs, and some spark plug wires. They're just going through it for me, like they should you. Now, I'm using a lot of your stuff. I've got your oil filter with the
cleanable oil filter.
The cleanable, I love that thing.
Yes,
It saves a fortune.
Yep, and it also reduces oil temperature.
Yes.
It's something that you know, the customer can clean
Yep.
over and over and never have to buy another oil filter. And it also works as an oil cooler. The outside canister helps to cool the oil. So, you know, a person kind of gets two in one, you know, for one price there.
Yeah.
You know, which is a really good product. We have a plethora of stuff here, actually. You know, we do everything from just your average tune, you know, to looking the bike over, like we're going to do for you today, going
Right.
on your big trip. You know, we do air cleaners, exhaust systems.
Got your air cleaner too.
Tune them.
Yeah.
We put camshafts in here.
Yeah.
We even carry engine kits.
Oh, really?
And yeah, in about a day to a day and a half, we can roll somebody in here at 96 cubic inch, let's say, and roll them out here at 106 cubic inch.
Oh my gosh.
And it's tuned and blueprinted and warranted and ready to go.
Well, now electronically, there's a change every year, it seems like. I mean, I've got the Power Commander 5 in this. I had the 3, and I think I had one older than that when I originally started coming to you. We've upgraded all this. Now you've got the auto tune. Now I understand there's one beyond the auto tune.
Yeah.
Is that what you were telling me?
Let's face it, these bikes, computers are here to stay, you know, and fuel injection and thing, and everything's computerized now. And computers change every about, you know, year and a half to 2 years. We got new stuff, and we have to go to school and keep our credentials up and
Right.
keep on top of this computer world, you know.
Sure.
And now we have out a new product called, that DynoJet also makes. DynoJet makes the Power Commander.
Right.
Also called the Power Vision. And this Power Vision directly calibrates the ECM of the bike, which in layman terms means that we can tune the ECM of the bike. And it gives us all kinds of more bells and whistles and tools and goodies to play with.
Wow.
So, and some other stuff that's, you know, been out on the market is called Auto Tune.
Right.
And this stuff, you know, your factory Harley-Davidson motorcycle comes with a narrow band O2 sensor,
Right.
which tunes in a narrow window. We carry wide band auto tune systems, which tunes in a wider window like a vehicle.
Depending on
Kind of
your
all over.
altitude, on the temperature and all that, it takes all that in consideration.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, and constantly keeps the motorcycle 100% running at its optimum efficiency all the time.
Now, if you bring your bike down here and you've got a Power Commander without the auto tune, or even with it, you can actually, he'll put it on the dyno, and you'll adjust it to what, every 50 RPMs? Isn't that where you break it down?
Yeah, every 250. Yes.
Every 250. and he'll tune it to that 250 RPM cycle all the way through the top of it. So when you get done, you know, sometimes you can get these things done, or you've got a bike right now, it's a brand new bike and it's flat mid-range. It sucks because you can't get around anything. You put your girlfriend on the back of it, a little bit of luggage, and you're bogging.
Heat. Got the heat factor on the new bikes.
Oh, man. So what you want to do, if you want that safety and you want that extra edge, get it over here, get it on the dyno. They know exactly what they're doing. And again, I do it annually. Just simply put, I want to make sure I get as many miles out of this bike as I absolutely can, and it's running the best it can. This bike right now, it's an 07, and it's got more horsepower than a brand new 103.
Yes, it does.
And it's an
Yes,
96.
it does. You know, Harley kind of has stock air cleaners and stock slip-ons on them, and they put catalytic converters in them now. You know, and they kind of have to stuff them up and things like that. And if the customer wants, and it's his motorcycle, you know, they can call it a race application, but we can open them up a little bit,
right,
and get in some air. You know, get that poor motorcycle some air, and get it some exhaust system on it, like you have there, so we can get the exhaust out of the motorcycle. When you do that and you tune them in with a computerized tuning module properly, oh man, the heat comes down on the bike because we're getting the exhaust out.
Yeah.
The poor thing can breathe with an air cleaner, and then we take that tuner and we kind of dial everything all in together.
And it makes a difference.
Well, it makes for a happy running motorcycle, and if I got customers that got happy running bikes, usually my customer's happy.
Happy bike, happy life, man. That's all there is to it.
That's right.
So now, what are your hours going to be down here?
Hours.
I know last year I come by at 10 or
hours.
11 o'clock and you were still open.
Yeah, you know, we're here. We've been here since Monday. We're going to be working till Sunday. And hours, we pretty much start at 9 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
And go till 8, 9 at night. The best thing is, because we only come here once a year.
Right.
You know, and some people wait for us to come here, is to get your butt down here and get on the schedule and get an appointment with us.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Because starting tomorrow, this place will be hopping, and we'll be filling up for, you know, days ahead of time.
Yeah.
And so yeah, come on down and see us. We have a lot of fun. We got a good group of guys, and we like to tune bikes and make people happy.
You know what I really like about it too, is that I look at these faces and I've seen them all before. They stay with you. They know what they're doing. They're well-trained, good, well-versed guys who know their way around a motorcycle. Sometimes you walk into a motorcycle shop, you don't recognize anybody, and you were in there last week. I mean, it just doesn't pay off. You got a good crew here.
Well, and we're down to earth. We're just down to earth. We're bikers too, you know. I mean, you know, some places you go, you don't get that treatment.
Not at all.
And there's no such thing as a dumb question here. I don't care if it's your first time riding across the street on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Come here, we'll explain things to you and make you comfortable, and, you know, do whatever we need to get done.
Now, he can also set it up. You're getting really crummy gas mileage on your bike. There's probably a reason you're getting crummy gas mileage. Put it on that dyno, he can find it and change that for you. Got the latest in electronics down here, latest in exhaust systems. They've got their own air cleaners. They build, design them. They're excellent. Those oil filters are outrageously good. It brought my engine temperature down probably about 7 to 10 degrees just from having that filter on there. And it goes on and on and on. And you know as well as I do, if you're out there riding, the one thing you want is dependability. And if you can't have that, there's no sense in pulling it out of the garage.
Well, and it's funny you talk about heat's become a big issue, especially living down here. I mean, the heat is a bear down here. And even the oil we run now is huge. You know, you touched base on the oil filter.
Yeah.
I mean, we're running this new Bellray 1050 pure synthetic oil in royal purple, which has a bonding agent called Centerlec in it. And that helps bring down oil temperature tremendously. Your choice of oil is very important.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of choices out there in oil, and a lot of them are very important, you know. And you got a few on the radar level that are worth having. And we're blessed enough that we get to have this testing equipment like this dyno.
Yeah.
So we know what products do work and don't work, you know. So oil is important. And if you look at our team also that we've assembled over 16 years of being on the road, I mean. You know, we touched on the oil. You know, even oil's important. And NGK spark plugs we're putting in your motorcycle today.
Yeah.
That's an iridium tipped spark plug, and people say, "Oh, it's just a spark plug." Well, no, it isn't. I mean,
it burns clean.
When it burns clean, we get better combustion, which means, in layman's terms, we get better fuel mileage
and more power.
And of course, we all like the power thing.
We all like the power.
And I mean, right on down the line, Dennis Kirk, they supply us with product.
Drag specialties, you carry Kuryakin stuff. I see all kinds of S&S.
Kuryakin, we got their, we're running their exhaust systems now and all their add-ons. S&S Cycle, we're running all their camshafts.
Wow.
That I get to work with all these big companies. We seal everything up with Cometic gaskets, steel special coated gaskets now.
Yeah.
I mean, we got these new batteries that we're running, these new lithium batteries from Adventure Power. And they've come on the scene now.
Yeah.
And we're getting the public introduced to them and everything. And they're a quality company, and they stand behind their batteries and everything. And these new lithium batteries are half the weight, and they last up to 8 to 10 years of lifetime expectancy.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, and they have 550 cold cranking amps, and we're working on one with 600 cold cranking amps.
Holy.
That's enough to start your vehicle.
Yeah, no kidding. No
But
kidding.
let's face it, like we were talking computers, Bruce.
Yeah.
Everything's going that way.
Changes every day.
And cell phone batteries are lithium. Well,
yeah.
Motorcycles are no different. Now they're going right on down the line. So we've assembled a really nice professional team. And everything's been trued and tried and tested into the dyno, so we know what works and what doesn't work and where to spend your money.
Yep. Now all you have to do to find it is simply drive down Highway and cross the bridge, take a right, start heading down south, and you'll come to the park, and just past the park is the Chamber of Commerce parking lot. Yep. Right here in the parking lot, you can't miss it. Big orange and black tractor trailer and all these awnings out here. Get yourself in here. I really suggest you do that, because he's not kidding when he says they get booked up. They definitely get booked up. They've got everything from exhaust systems to air cleaners. I mean, amazing stuff you probably haven't even seen before, and it's everything you need to make sure your bike's running right.
Yep. Absolutely.
Did we miss anything?
We probably could talk for another 3 hours.
Probably so, but then my bike wouldn't get done.
Yeah, that's right.
So anyway, come on down at Speeds Performance. Here's the other nice part. If you are a true motorcycle rider, you will find these guys at every motorcycle event in the country. So let's say, exactly, in a couple months, you'll be able to find them up in Sturgis. And I know there's a lot of you down here that go to Sturgis. Speeds is there. So if you've got a problem, if you decided, you know what, I do need that exhaust system, or I do want those cams in, all you have to do is find them there in Sturgis, and they're highly visible there as well. It makes it so nice. It really does. I enjoy doing business with you.
Yeah, you bet. You too. Thanks for coming on down again, Bruce.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
Yep, and if people need to reach us, our phone numbers are 605-695-2272 while we're here.
Okay.
Or ever reach us in 605-695-1401.
Okay.
And you also touch base, our website is speeds with an S, performanceplus.com.
Right.
And the other thing I forgot to mention is we write monthly tech articles in Hot Bike Magazine.
Oh, you do, and I read them every month.
Yes, and honestly, it's our customers, I call them our fans, that keep us out here doing this, keeps us in the magazines. It really is. So come on down and say hello.
To be perfectly honest with you, I called them 3 weeks ago and made this appointment for this morning. I ain't no dummy. I've been through this before. So come on down. See Jason and the rest of the guys down here. They'll take care of whatever needs you have. Again, thank you.
All right.
And we got a lot more. Don't go anywhere.